Hey, hi YouTube, how are you? I hope you all guys are doing great. So far, we have covered so many things, and today's video is going to be very interesting video because we are going to cover um, aggregate functions. Okay? So aggregate functions are basically it is used to perform calculations on multiple rows and return a single row. Okay. So let me write the definition. It is used to perform calculations um, on multiple rows and return a single value. Okay, this single value is really important. Okay, and generally, these aggregate functions are used with um, group by or having clause, which we are going to cover in upcoming videos. But understanding aggregate functions before understanding or going into group by and having is, I feel it's really important. So first one is first aggregate function is count. So it's basically counts the number of rows or non-null values. Okay. So let's see what is the syntax for count. It's actually select. Uh, we have to name the aggregate function and then the column name. Then from where we have to apply this aggregate function, which is the table name. Okay. So let's see in practical how we can use this aggregate function as count. So I have inserted some more data. I have created a column as department, and I have inserted some more data as HR, finance, HR, IT, finance, something like that. Okay. I know I haven't taught you how to about update, but just for now, don't look at this update command. Just look at this data. I have inserted for you to teach you count and all these aggregate functions. It's simple, like we have alter table and we have added a column. Just we have seen in the previous video, but this update one I haven't taught you. Basically, it's also simple like update, then the table name and wherever the department. We have to set the department as HR wherever the employee ID is in between 135. Okay, so 135 has been assigned as HR and 246 has been assigned as finance and 789 has been assigned as IT. I know if you feel like, oh, what this is, so just as of now, just forget it. Okay, just see that we have added some more rows here. Okay, one more column and we have set some data. This is what you have to just focus. Now let's see what we can learn about count function. And I forgot you to explain what comments are. So actually, comments are some lines in your code that actually helps to someone understand what actually is written in your code. Because it's not like in a company just you are working. There are a team. Let's suppose in your project there are a team of 4 to 5 developers, and you are working on a same project. And someone is not knowing what are you going to do here. So you can add comments like this. You have to do one two dash, and then you can write this command will display all the records of table employee details. Now, whenever we will run it, this comment will not affect. Okay, this is not executed. Only this line is being executed. This comment is just to help and also to help you. Like if you come back like 1 year later and you forget the sequel, then this you will not understand what the heck this line does. Then you can read this comment and you can know. Now this is one line comment. So for one line comment, you can do this like this. But for if you are having multiple line comments, you can like do like this, and you can write, "Hi, this is code written by me," like this. This is for one line comment, and this is for multi-line comment. Okay, I hope you understood it. I am erasing it. Okay, now let's come back to count one. So let's give it a task that we have to count the salary of employee details. Okay, so what we are trying to do is how many employees are having salary. Okay, so let's see. So what we can do first, just remember the syntax. The syntax was select, count, column name from table name. So select, and what we have to select means select is basically which column you want to show. So now we are trying to create a column which will be count. So count, and we want to count everything, and we want to show this column. What should be the name of this column? It should be employee salary. We are just giving a alias. Okay, employee salary, and from where? From we want it from employee underscore details. Okay. Now let's see what actually this does. Okay. So here you can see employee salary. How many rows are having salary? It's 10. Now you might be thinking why I am adding this. So let's remove it. Okay. And now let's give it a run. Okay. We are following the syntax. Okay. So if I give it a run, so here you can see this column name is itself as count asterisk, but we don't it's look bad, like you will have no information about what this 10 is representing. So that's why we give some alias, as we have to name this column as employee salary count maybe. Okay, employee salary count is a better word. So here we get 10. Okay, so what actually it does, it takes that column and it's count how many rows are there. As simple as that. Okay. And you might be thinking why I'm getting just one value. So that's why I told you this part is important. It always return a single value. This is really, really important to understand the concepts. Okay. So single value. That's why basic is really important. So let's suppose I want to add this here count function, and let's add it. Okay. Now let's move to our another aggregate function, which is sum. Okay. So sum is basically used to calculate the total sum of the numeric column. Okay. Calculate. I think now it will be quite easier for you. Calculate the total sum of a numeric column. Okay, because if it is not a numeric column, then there is no means to add sum. Okay, then we have average. It calculates the average of a numeric column. Okay, sorry for my bad handwriting. Okay, I don't want to spend your time in this kind of things. Then we have a max, which will extract the max value of that column. We have min, which will extract the min values. Okay. So generally we use average mostly and count. So and the syntax will be same. Okay, the syntax will be same like this. Only instead of count, now we will be having sum, average, max, mean kind of thing. Okay. So now let's see some more. Okay. So let me just copy it and paste it. Now we want to see the sum. Sum, what we want to sum, which column we want to sum. Okay, but before this, let me show like this. Okay, so we are having like this. Okay, okay. So select sum and which column you want to sum. So let's suppose I want to do a sum of salary. and I want to salary sum or maybe employee total salary from employee details. So if I will now run it, then what do you think what will happen? The sum of the salary of all the employees will come, and the column will be given a temporary name as employee salary sum, which is called as alias. Okay. Now you might be thinking why I have used asterisk here and why I have used salary here. Because if in count also, if I will make it as salary, what do you think? Will it work or no? Okay, so that's true. Still it will work. But why I have made asterisk here? Because asterisk means the whole row. Okay, and we have to count how many records are there. So that's why I have made it as asterisk. And here I can't make it as asterisk because we have to specify like on which column you want to do the sum. Okay, same we have to do for the average. So let's suppose I think now it's quite simple average, and let's suppose we want to find the average salary and salary average. Okay, and let's give it a run. So it will give the average salary. Okay, then let's suppose we want to find the maximum salary. So let's do it. Max salary, and maybe can call it as max, and let's see what will happen. Okay, so the maximum salary is like 8,000 something, and similarly we can do it for min, and let's do it as min, and let's see what is the minimum salary. Okay, okay, so we have seen a lot of aggregate functions now, and what is the pro tip that I can provide you is like avoid functions like sum in millions of rows. Like let's suppose you are having a data where you have millions of record, so you should avoid this kind of sum. Okay. Now, where it can be useful, in which kind of scenarios? So there can be a lot of scenarios where it can be useful. Let's suppose you have given a task that um, give me all the employee details of person who is having the maximum salary. So first of all, you have to find the maximum salary, and then you have to look up which employee ID is having the maximum salary. Okay. So in such scenario, it generally we use it, and mostly we use it with having or group by clause. Okay. So let me also add this code into the doc so that you can track it properly. So this was for sum, this was for average, this was for max, and this was for mean. Okay, so and I think it's very straightforward. In the next video, we are going to see interesting stuff, and I can give you a lot of tasks there. So meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Thank you. Have a nice day.